Welcome back to another video. Today I'm out here at my 10 acres, my cabin property. And basically, we got a good snow the other day. It's still snowing a little bit. Not sure if you can see, but plan is just to kind of do some scouting, see what these deer are using, find areas they're using that I wasn't aware of, just kind of stuff like that. And I guess the main thing actually is I want to grab all my trail camera cards. I want to check all them. It's been about 2 weeks since I checked them, I think. I don't know, maybe a week, I don't know. But we're gonna go through, grab all the cards, change some batteries and some cameras, and that'll be all she wrote. So 2 nights ago, this is not my cabin back here behind me, and that's my sister's car. I just got it off of her actually, but this is my cabin. But just to point that out, but right here, first thing, I'm going to turn the camera, and we got a lot of tracks. We're just going up the road to the cabin here, but we've got, I mean, just everywhere, going down into the creek, up here past the cabins. So interesting enough is there's this road that goes up to this small food plot, but it looks like the tracks are like coming from over there. It's not even finishing up that path. So I'll have to look back into that once we get up there. But see, now this is what is interesting, is that camera I just pulled the card is right at the bottom of the hill here. And we're still going up this path, but we get deer coming off from over here and right through here. But from the top of the path, it looks like they're not using. So they're coming onto this path from not the top, which there's power line over here. But I just think it's super interesting how they just decide where they want to go through and not use something that's like a little bit easier to manage. I don't know. Like, it's just interesting to me. It makes sense in my head, but there's an obvious easier path for them to use, which they use, but they find a little bit more difficult way to get to it. I just think it's intriguing a little bit. Now we get up here to the top. There's kinds of rubs up here and stuff. So I got a tree stand right there. Now this would be a perfect shot here. Whatever deer is walking through here, and then traveling through here, and then shooting up the hill there. Interesting. So I've really done nothing over here. Like, I can't remember the last time I was on past this kind of ditch of the property back on that side of the cabin. And I'm really not going to venture over there today. I'm just wanting to look and see what, just dotted shit. Just wanting to look and see what they're using, where my cameras are right now, because still a little bit left in the season, not trying to disturb too much. So I shot a doe the other night. It was way back out way. Boom. Right there she is. She's definitely mature, big doe. Shot's a little far back, but I tend to do that. But we're gonna go way back this way. I'm really excited to see tracks down through the creek, just because I really think that there's a lot of rut activity down here, so I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot, honestly, but I'm just curious to see how they naturally use the creek, because I'm wanting to set a blind up down here. So this looks pretty heavily traveled, just for a day or two, just coming up and out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of follow this path here, since it leads down to my camera. But there's a lot of paths that just cross right here, and they had a scrape on this branch here. Man, they all hit it. So I put a camera on this tree right there, and I'm wanting to kind of set a blind up in there somewhere. I don't know. So right here where I'm standing is where I'm kind of thinking about putting a blind up here to look down in the creek. I just think this would be a really good spot. The scrape tree's right here, and all these paths just crisscross right in through this area. And I've had lots of daylight buck activity down here this year, so just about now again. But going up to the big food plot now. Well, this is what I was kind of expecting up here. Lots of paths just crossing into one coming into the big plot, but let's take a look. I mean, lots and lots and lots of traffic up in here. Camera's right there. But, man, a lot of traffic through here. But it doesn't seem they've been eating it in the snow that I can see. I don't know though. But my plan is to, I need to come out a little bit and mow, you know, leave about 6 feet or so all the way around the edge, not cut, and just over time let it grow up. Because in the summertime, yeah, it's all nice and secluded in here, but now dead of winter, it's like just feels really exposed. So it's definitely one of the main things I want to work on. Been talking to the neighbor guy a lot too. He's doing a lot of habitat improvement stuff too, and he's got 17 acres up behind me. So I mean, if we can kind of work together and, you know, be on the same page, which we are, things, I think we'll have some really good hunting here. Now, the blind I shot the doe out of, that part of the property is kind of sectioned off on its own. It's like away from everything else. The property's set up really weird. Someday I might show it on the Onyx, but I'm gonna change this card to get out of here. I'm freezing. So from here, the food plot, there's the cabin. When we started the video, we were all the way up on that ridge over there. The blind I shot the doe is probably 200 yards this way. She was a big girl, that's for sure, but it's January 21st today. I can still kill another doe. I can still kill a buck too, but probably gonna not hold my breath on a buck, but I may shoot another doe, and my buddy Blake needs to kill a doe, so if we can get, hopefully we can get him on one and get all that on video. That'd be pretty cool. Oh man. Whew. Wow. So, gonna head home now, check these cards, and then bring them back out in a little bit, I suppose. As much as I really don't want to do that. There was nothing worth showing on any of the cards. Just a bunch of does and the same bucks, but at night. Does in the day, but all bucks really at any sizable bucks at night, I should say. All right. Trying to do this for reference. I don't know. All right, trying to do this for a reference, but right there, that's the cabin. That's about 200 yards away. Food plot is about 150 yards that way. And the blind I shot the doe at the other night is right here. That's about 70 yards. So it's just way on this half of the property, separate from everything over here, because there's the cabin. Everything else we hunt is way, all of this way over here, and then there's just kind of this 4 acres over here where my dad's blind is that I shot that doe at. So it's really nice because we can shoot something over here and it not disturb or interrupt anything over there. So this property is kind of set up like a big L almost in a way, and it's awesome. It's really nice, but I'm gonna change these camera batteries up here I'm gonna head down to my house, change the batteries there, but look at all this foot traffic here. That's just, now there is corn up here, but still, you know, the reason we decided to build this blind up here is because it's away from everything else, and there's a bunch of rut activity, but this blind sticks out like a sore thumb because we had to clear so much to get it up here. We brought it up in pieces, of course, but what I'm wanting to do is dig a bunch of post holes around it, and then cut down a bunch of, you know, small pole tree size of this and brush it in a lot, and just let this all grow up back up this summer, next 2 summers, and I think it'll make this spot that much better. So a quick little jaunt down the road to my house, and there's just tracks everywhere in my yard. They're just everywhere here. But we're gonna go ahead and go up to the food plot. Just look at all this. Look how thick it is in here. It is unreal. That's just why this is such a good spot. So here really soon, hopefully the next few weeks, I can get to expanding this food plot. A couple videos ago I talked about my plans for it and how I was wanting to expand it and all that, and I'm really excited to start doing that. I think that'll make this a crazy awesome spot. But here we are. I want all of this to turn into part of the food plot as well, because this is the food plot over here and there's the feeder. And here we are. There's the stand. We shot a doe out of here earlier in the year. Well, I think that's all I'm going to have for this video. Nothing too exciting, just really me yapping again and just kind of going through some plans. But man, I just really like looking up here and trying to kind of plan out what I want to do. Well, but that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching if you did. I'll see you next time.